So you said you took it like, well, you kind of milked the system and everything,
Oh, yeah,
assuming you
100%.
knew about like the care
Yep.
leavers offer and everything.
Well, I didn't know fully about it, but my social worker at the time was competent.
Right.
And because he was competent, he was like, hey, let's try this. Hey, let's try this. Hey, let's try this.
Right.
And he was pushing all of the new stuff and everything. And it wasn't just my social worker. So I was to the point where, because of my mental health and because of my vulnerability,
Right.
I was supported by more than one person. So
Right.
my social worker was my social worker, but then I'd have other workers that would come and see me once a week or whatever, just for a chat and going for a walk,
Yeah.
just to make sure I was safe and, to be honest, didn't fucking kill myself.
Right.
And I had that for like a good year and a half, maybe a bit longer. And that was towards the end of my placement. But that's when I moved back from Hereford because I got sectioned. And then that got put on my file and everyone was like, okay, let's actually look after this kid. Do you know what I mean? It took me being completely insane for like 7 months of my life for them to realize, oh, he needs a little bit of extra help. So... But it worked. It was all good.
I know it worked, and I know that's just kind of how things happen. But do you
Yeah.
feel like it has to always like get to a point of where it's like that serious for them to do shit?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't get to that point. But when it does get to that point, they do kind of buck up. Because it's
really
more
sad
of a...
that it has to get to even that point for it to do shit.
Yeah. Well, I was still on the... I don't know whether I should say this or not, but I was still on the child protection list when I was like, I don't know, 17.
Right.
So I was like a protected child until I turned 18 or whatever. And that was just because of my upbringing and everything like that and my abuse of myself or whatever. But anyway.
Dude,
it's rough.
It's rough, yeah.
It
I can't
can
imagine
be.
going through that.
It can be, but then when you really look back at it, there are good times as well. Like, I remember on one of my birthdays, we were on holiday, it was summer, it was lovely, and we were at the beach, and we had cake on the beach, we had a barbecue, and stayed out until like dusk, and it was like all warm and nice, and yeah.
Well,
so
there are cool memories like that are like really positive.
There are good stuff, yeah. I'd say it's about 50-50 good and bad at the moment. But then the bad stuff, even though it's only 50%, it's rotten. Absolutely